Hello and welcome to The Balance. I'm your host, Andreana Jackson. I'm a realtor with over a decade of experience in the Miami real estate market. And today we're going to talk about something um, that you're not normally born with, but it takes time to build, and it's confidence. Today I'm joined by Glynnis, GiGi Stoot, confidence coach and professional fitness instructor. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
It's, it's an honor. So talk to me about what is a confidence coach?
Okay, so I kind of coined that. I didn't coin that phrase. It's been around for a while, but I think it's the best description uh to describe what it is I do. Because they always say it's not what you really do, it's like how people feel when they're finished with you. Like, what is the effect that you're giving? And it just sort of organically happens that I have that personality that can empower women. I'm a woman. I know women. And I know myself. And I'm coming from a background that wasn't entirely secure, right? Like
Mhm.
I didn't have very good self-esteem. I was that girl in high school that was just sort of creeping around the corners and like just trying to get through the day without anyone noticing her, right?
Right.
And so I learned throughout the years that whatever your weakness is usually ultimately going to be your strength if you let it, right?
Mm.
So confidence coach, going back to your question, is someone that helps women empower themselves. Yes.
Yes.
In the way that you walk, in the way you talk, how you are perceived by the world, how you think about yourself. Right. And it's been a journey and it's something that you can't stop doing. Just like you go to the gym
Right.
and you work out your muscles and you're going to have to do that the rest of your life. It's a lifestyle. It's a
Mhm.
muscle that you have to work and you can develop it.
So
And
how do you help women build their confidence?
okay,
What I think you help women and men.
and men.
Yes.
All right. So we'll say men who love women, men
Mhm.
who support women. Those kind of men are my men. I mean, I love all men, of course, love men dearly. But
Mhm.
I know my role in this life is to deal with women that don't have a voice, women that aren't necessarily, like maybe they're dealing with depression or
Mhm.
anxiety or accustomed to just being on some kind of pharmaceutical or something and they're trying something new. And
Mhm.
through movement, because we store a lot of emotions in our bodies,
Right.
and through movement, we get to dance those out, right?
Right.
And identify them and sort them out in your mind. Like, okay, that was a thought I had, and it's okay. So through affirmations,
Mhm.
you tell yourself what you need to hear, honestly. And I know that it sounds corny, and I've stopped judging it, and I'm not apologizing for it anymore. But you have to tell yourself what you need to hear,
Oh, I write.
like
I have daily
literally.
affirmations.
Yeah. Okay. So you're a fan of
Oh yeah,
affirmations.
I'm a believer.
I don't know how to get through this life without, because we're always telling ourselves something anyway. Your body is always listening to whatever you say, whether it's negative or positive. So I have to make sure that it's positive. And I've trained my brain now to catch myself when I am going that other negative direction. And I'll
Mhm.
say things like, I'm brave, I'm courageous, I am strong, I got this. That's like the first three things that I say.
Mhm.
And of course, I write them all down. And sometimes I have to sit in front of a mirror and literally just tell myself what I need to hear. I have to be my biggest cheerleader.
I
And
think
that's,
we all do, but I
yeah,
think a lot of people sometimes we're our biggest critics.
absolutely. You can be your biggest critic and you're undoing a lot of things that maybe you weren't responsible for, but
Right.
you have to deal with now. You can't just say, oh, I'm going to blame it on my mom. She told me this,
Right.
which is super easy to do. Like, right? Like,
Right.
we talked about this before. And in my family, it was very superficial, very, very like surface level. So it wasn't so much about what was in your heart or like how you really felt, but it was like how you look. If it looks this way, then it is, right?
Mhm. Right.
So
Right.
I had to undo a lot of programming.
I think,
Um,
and so how through the movement, tell us about Gigi's dance party.
okay, so Gigi's Dance Party is a cardio hip hop fusion class, but it's more than dance, right? It's more of like a community of like minded souls who really love music. They like to feel good. And through that space, in that space, you feel safe. We hope you feel safe enough to be like yourself. and
Mhm.
discover who you really are, right? And we use a lot of hip movements. Like I said, we carry a lot of trauma in our hips.
Mhm.
And through these movements, you become more free, you know? I even do like, I do circles. I do like a lot of like ancestral tribal sort of dances, you know?
Right.
Every culture seems to have a dance that they do, whether it's in good times or bad times.
Right.
And that energy of having the community around can lift you up.
It does. I am, I have been coming to Gigi's dance party, I think since November.
Yeah, I believe it was just
Yeah.
November, late November, somewhere around there.
Right around there. And I was surfing online one
How did
night
you find me?
through one of our mutual friends.
Oh, good.
She had
Nice.
posted it, and I was like, "What is this?" And I was like, "It looks so interesting." I was looking for something you're gonna like that because I know the power of dance.
Mhm.
Um, and I wanted something where it didn't have step involved into it.
Oh, okay.
And so that's how I found you.
That's how you found me.
And I was like, "Let me come try it."
Okay, well, I'm glad you came.
And I loved it. I love the community that it builds. I love the feeling of it.
Mhm.
I may not know all the moves, but I
It's
tried.
okay. It's
And it is okay. And
some of the
everybody's so
people.
encouraging.
Yeah, not to interrupt you, but
No.
some of the people that are in the class have been with me for 10 years. So they know my style.
Yes.
Dance is like a language, right?
Mhm.
And a vocabulary. I have a vocabulary of moves,
Yes.
and they seem to know my vocabulary. So over time, they're like, okay, yeah, she just did that on the left. We're going to do this on the right. They kind of understand like
Mhm.
what's going to happen. And I have signature moves that they all were like, oh, that's a GG move. That's a GG move. Like, oh, wow, you're right. So this has organically happened. And it started out with Zumba, honestly. I got certified to teach Zumba at first. And I was living in New York, and
Mhm.
everyone's like, this is not Zumba. And I was like, I guess you're right. It's kind of like my own choreography
Mhm.
because as a creative, I feel like a caged lion when I have to do other people's choreo, which I can do. I can do it.
Mhm.
But I think because I'm just like such a free spirit and I have to create,
Mhm.
I created my own choreographies to this music. And they were like, this is more like a party. And I was like,
Yeah.
oh, yeah. And then someone said, it's like Gigi's dance party. And that's how it kind of came to fruition.
Tell me this.
Yeah.
There's a motto that you shout out in class.
Right. We have a chant.
Tell me.
Okay,
Tell me about it.
so it's twofold. It's one because as a fitness professional, I need to know everybody's breathing first of all,
Okay.
and then it sort of just came as like a battle cry. It's like
Mhm.
I really wanted them to get it out of their body because you need to have a voice.
Yeah.
Having a voice and taking up space is very important in your confidence, right?
Mhm.
And if people see like other people doing it, maybe they'll do it too. So if
Mhm.
you're new to the class and this happens, you're just like, what is happening here at first? But then you're like, wait a minute, this feels good to say. I say, when I say we are, you say fierce. We are,
Fierce.
we are.
Fierce.
And then as the class goes, it gets louder and louder.
Does.
And it just takes a life all on its own. And everyone always is after class. We're like, I've taken classes before. This is not a normal class. And I was just like, oh, it really is my passion.
No, you can totally tell. And I like the way the class always ends,
Mhm.
where we walk
Hold
to the mirror, we hold hands, and everybody does.
Yes, they do.
And they grab on,
You're
and then
right, that's so true.
and then
You
we do our bow.
We take a bow because I'm also a performer.
Yeah.
So there are some I seem to attract other performers also.
Okay.
In the class, there's many types, right?
Mhm.
And I think I'm gonna do a TikTok on this. Where you go like there's the one that's in the front row that wants to be like, look at me, here I am, let me shine. And I love that. I love that. I always
Yeah,
say,
the best dancers are up front.
but they want to shine and I want them to shine.
And I'm
Like, this is the place to do
they're
it.
loving it.
Here. Right.
They're loving it, and they're into it, and I love that. I love that.
If you notice, sometimes I even stop. Like, I'll stop and I'll watch, or I'll get my camera out and, making sure everybody's cool with that. And I let them shine because I really think that's all part of it too. And then there's people in the back row. Maybe they're just new. They're still trying to get it. And that's fine too. And I guess because we're all sort of, I don't know what the word is. Maybe you're better at words. Um, ego can take a back seat.
Right.
Right?
Especially in dancing.
It's okay.
Yes.
It's not about getting the moves right.
It's just about being there. I think it's about moving.
Mhm.
It's about trying something different.
Mhm.
And what I like
And
about
being
it,
in a community.
being in a community.
It's supportive, right? And sometimes I'll split the class up into 2 groups.
Yes.
So we have more space, and then you can see, okay, that's what's going on, with this one. I don't know. I just think a lot of friendships have been born
Yes.
from this class as well. And sometimes we do things outside of class.
Yes.
But my background, like if you ask anybody that I went to high school with or anyone I went to like elementary school with or middle school, they'd be like, she was super introverted, super shy.
Where are you originally from?
Chicago.
Okay.
I'm from Chicago, a suburb of Chicago.
Okay.
And then I went to a university in Illinois.
University of Illinois?
University of Illinois, yes. So I went to school with the same people that I went to kindergarten with, middle school, junior high, high school, and college. A lot of them went to the same college that I did too. So it wasn't until I left home and left my sisters, I have 4 brothers, 4 sisters, that I had to develop that confidence. I had to develop a voice. I had to be like, okay, wait, no, that's not what I like. This is what I like. Find out who I am.
What did you start modeling?
I started modeling actually after I graduated college.
Okay.
It's kind of a funny story. Briefly, I was a sophomore. I was like, in the middle of my sophomore year, and my boyfriend at the time was like 6 years older than I was, and he took a picture of me on the tennis court and he sent it into Elite. And I was like, well, that's funny, but I'm going to be a doctor. I'm not doing that. That's kind of a silly
You were studying
profession.
psychology, right?
I went to school for psychology and I got my bachelor's of science. Yay. In psychology, which means nothing now. And so I thought I would go to graduate school. And instead, after I graduated, the people that he sent the picture to, Elite, reached out to me and they said, hey, we think you could do really well here. And I was like, it sounds like something that you can do like on the side. I don't know if people can really make a living doing that. And coming from parents of professionals, they were like, really? You just went to college for 4 years and you're going to model? And I said, well, are you paying my loans? I don't think so. So,
so you went and did it.
I did. And I went during my lunch hour. I was working as an administrative assistant in Chicago. And I went in my lunch hour and I told them I'm going on graduate school interviews. Because it just sounds like a crazy profession to pursue, right?
Right.
So I went and they were like, you're going to work so well. And I was like, okay, let's go. Let's do it. And it just took off.
And you're still modeling.
I am. Thank the Lord Jesus.
So you've been doing this, over 20 years?
I've been modeling for over 20 years, but I started GiGi's dance party in 2019. I took a leap.
Tell me how you started it. Like
with modeling or with
No. GiGi's dance.
With GiGi's dance.
Let's go back there.
Okay, let's go back. So I was working at some top tier studios and dance schools and gyms like Equinox.
Okay.
Or in New York, like Steps on Broadway, Broadway Dance Center. I was really fortunate to have some great mentors in New York who just sort of lifted me up and put me in these positions. And I took it because I was obsessed with dance. And got back to Miami, came to Miami, and they were like, this is a great opportunity for you to work at Equinox. You should just keep working at Equinox. And I had huge classes and like fought for really big rooms because I'd have like 20 people in the class. And it was just great. But financially, I was like, I can't quit my modeling job and do this because it doesn't pay very well.
Right.
And then COVID hit. And a year before COVID hit, I decided to like just dip a toe into entrepreneurship, right? And I got the domain name and I established a corporation and I just like took a leap of faith that everyone that was in those classes at the gym were going to come. And they did. They came and I was like, now what am I going to do? I guess I got to keep this going.
Right.
And then COVID happened and I just went in to Zoom every day.
But you still have a Zoom class, correct?
I just started back just recently, April 1st.
Okay.
I started back because everyone was like, why aren't you doing virtual? And I was like, yeah, I guess I should do that. So I'm trying 2 classes out a week.
Okay.
I do a cardio hip hop fusion class on Mondays. at 5:30. And then on Thursdays, it's a toning, stretching, foam rolling class, which we need. We all need. But it's been a really incredible journey. And has a life of its own now, which you see every week who's actually running this. It's not me.
I mean, you have your diehards. They're all up front. And I'm a diehard, but I'm talking about people who actually have these moves down, come to show off their moves.
Yes. And they post all the time. They're helping me promote all the time. And I think word of mouth is probably been my best friend because you don't know. It's a very intimidating place to go into a class that you don't know. You know, you don't know the people. You don't know what it's going to be like. And the front row knows it all. And you're just kind of like, what's happening? And then you see this model type. You're like, what the heck? I get it. I totally get it. But I also do privates, and I work with people who want a little extra attention, or like maybe they want to learn the dances and then come to class and whatever, or they want to work on the femininity. You know, we've had to be masculine for so long.
Yes. But you also have a heels class, right?
Oh gosh, yes. Let's talk about that.
Yeah.
That is a new thing, relatively new thing. I started training for that, like, I don't know, 10 years ago.
Okay.
But I didn't start teaching it until maybe 3 years ago. I started teaching it, and it's so rewarding. Confidence. Talk about confidence.
Oh, you got to have it.
In heels. Yeah. We spend probably the first 15 minutes just walking.
Just learning to
walk in heels, how to stand in heels, how to pose in heels, because it's not taught. Who teaches you this?
No one. There used to be finishing schools, I think.
Right. Yes. Etiquette and finishing schools, like where to put that. Yeah. Yes. All of that.
Your pinky
when you're having tea, all that good stuff. Mm-hmm. But now I'm running across a lot of like really successful Fortune 500 type execs and CEOs that are forced to really get rid of the feminine and be masculine, to be respected by the other men in the group.
Right.
Or the company.
And so they come back to find their femininity.
Like, honestly, I have three students right now who like amazing bodies, really like top in their fields. I have a dame, I have a lady. Like, these people are like British, you know. Maybe it just happens that they're British. But they come to me and they're like, I really want to learn how to walk in this dress. I have a gala and I don't know how to walk in this dress. Or can you help me with my femininity? Or I need to learn a dance to show my husband because, keep things a little fresh.
Right.
But it all comes from within, right?
Right.
If you didn't learn, you have to cross your legs when you have a dress on, or, because you're in an environment where you're respected more for being masculine and not, in touch with your body or yourself. Yeah.
Right. So I like the way you said that, in touch with your body. It's a mind-body connection, really with the dancing. Okay. And there's so many different what do you call it? What endorphins are released, serotonin's released.
Yes.
What in your
oxytocin? Yeah. It's a natural antidepressant that gets released when we dance and we are at a higher level. We keep the BPMs at a certain rate, and it's just a natural thing that happens. In my class, I take the heart rate up, I take it right back down, I take it up. We kind of like stay here, in that sweet spot. And then you feel a rush of natural high.
How come
it takes me a while to come down?
But what is it's crazy how it builds such a community, and how it's even built like people you dance with. They say you walk away trusting each other more.
That's the whole experience, right? When a community experience, when you experience something like that together, it brings you closer. It's just a fact. And that's why so many friendships have been born from this community.
So I was going to say there last week, and when she was talking about her life, her daughter, things like that. And she was like, well, yeah, she was at my daughter's wedding. She was like, she's like family to me. So true. I've known her over 10 years.
You're talking about Mercedes. Yeah, she hadn't been there for so long.
Yeah, she had said that.
She had an injury, and then her daughter, all these things happened. So it is like very much a community. And I feel like everybody's mother, honestly. And it's okay. I think I'm built for that. I'm built for that.
But talk to me about your journey to who you are now,
Okay.
to where, because sitting here looking at you, I would thought you've always been this.
Right. I know.
But
True.
I think more of the beauty is coming from within than it is from without. I mean, from what we see, because you have to shine on the inside first.
Yeah, I've done a lot of the work.
Yes.
And I continue to do the work. I've always been that girl that's like all about being proactive and self-help. I went into psychology because it was just so fascinating. I'm fascinated by human behavior,
Oh yeah.
like as a whole, and knowing how your brain works and how we all process things different. And even in my own family, how we all had the same experience, but we processed it differently. And we ended up in different tracks, right? Like some were like, well, I'm just going to show you what a horrible job you did raising me. And some are like, no, I'm going to show you, like it just, it's all so fascinating to me. So I'm coming from a big family, middle child syndrome, that whole thing where you really don't have a voice anyway, because your older sister's telling you what you're feeling and what you want. And then you really don't develop things like sticking up for yourself or when being or confrontation. I avoided confrontation for a very long time. Like even right now, I can feel my voice sort of choking up just thinking about it. But I had to develop these things on my own and through a lot of reading, self-help books, Harville Hendricks, relationship therapy. I mean, I could go on.
Let me bring up something else. You also grew up in a mixed household.
Yes. So my mother and my father thought this would be a more of an advantage for us if we lived in the suburbs because we didn't look like a lot of people that were in Chicago. So she wanted to make sure we were around like-minded and people that looked like us. So we moved out to the suburbs and we still didn't have an identity other than, oh, you're the girl with the big hair, or you're the girl with the, like it was a struggle for us, honestly. But we did find our people. And before we found our people, you have a lot of insecurity because you're not the blonde, you're not the girl with the straight hair, you don't look like the prom queen, so I had to undo a lot of that programming, it's like, actually, you are pretty, actually you do look nice, or you are smart, or whatever it is. And my mother put me in ballet when I was 5. She put me in violin. I was in the orchestra for a long time, and that is where I got my confidence.
Be in the orchestra
When you do something well, I was getting first places, but I'm not sure what my motivation was at the time, other than just trying to please my mother.
Do you still play the violin?
I'm going to say no. Okay. I'm going to say no. I tried it here in Miami for 1 year, and I was, honestly, I didn't want to be second fiddle. That's really where they put me, and I was like, it's boring, and you don't get any of the exciting parts. You just kind of like, you're just filler. And I'm like, I'm a first violin. So like that was where my ego was. And I was like, I couldn't devote as much time as I wanted to practice enough to be first chair.
Right.
So you can get away with a lot with the second chair. But confidence comes from doing something really, really well. And I don't know if my mother understood that or she just really wanted us to be like in the orchestra. Like,
right.
Yeah. Make it look like it was amazing. Oh, my children play the cello and the violin and the viola.
Right.
All about appearances. So once I left college, I even played in college. I left college, started modeling, and then started really taking off. That's where I was like, okay, maybe I got something here. I get it. I'm going to get paid to look like this. So I really put all of my energy into it.
It's amazing.
And I was able to travel, see different cultures, pay my bills.
Most important.
I know, right? To be self-sufficient
at a young age is great.
Oh, God. It was everything for me.
Talk to me about motherhood.
Ooh, wow. Okay, mama. All right. Best thing I ever done in my life. Best thing I've ever done in my life was having a child.
You have one son?
Of one.
Okay.
I have one little boy and I'm so proud of him.
He's a tennis pro.
He's a tennis pro. I found out he's number 5 in the nation.
Wow.
Yeah.
You're like, you found out.
I found out. In the beginning, I was there every day, like watching him train. I video countless hours of video practice in New York and Miami. And then there came a point where I could no longer watch him compete because it was too stressful. And I was a distraction. Like, the mother that's just like, hey, oh no, I didn't want to be that. So I'd have to leave, I have to remove myself because I think I'm just a very sensitive person, which is a strength now. But in the past, I thought, oh my God, you're a basket case. You're just like, crying all the time. And you can't watch a movie without immersing yourself into it, which is now what I feel is good for acting for me.
Right.
But
Showing
my son
vulnerability.
is amazing. And my husband's amazing. And yeah, the way that we even came about having a child, because we both, when we first got married, we were both, no kids, right? Okay, good. Let's go. We were on the same page. Coming from a big family, you want your freedom.
Right.
You want to have just it be you and your husband and I never thought I would have a child, but we were in Jamaica. That's all I'll say. We were in Jamaica. And I'm to skip that part. We were in Jamaica and we were both like thinking, what if we never had a child? Would we regret that? Like you start thinking about regret stuff, looking at the stars, and we were both like unanimously agreed. Yeah, we would. So that's the year we tried. And that was the year it happened.
How old is he now?
18.
He's young.
Is he young? Okay. He's my little man.
Yes.
6'2". He's a gentle giant.
Awesome.
And you'll be watching him on an LSU.
Go Tigers.
Go Tigers.
Yeah.
In Louisiana.
Yes.
Yeah, so it's a kind of a full circle thing for us. Since my in-laws live in Louisiana, my people are from Louisiana. Like
my people are from Louisiana.
Okay.
Louisiana, Mississippi.
Then yeah, this is a huge deal. And I am so grateful. So grateful.
God bless. What are you going to leave us with something?
Okay, let's see. So just along the lines of confidence, right? Right. So everything is temporary and everything that you've ever been told about yourself that was a weakness is your strength.
Amen to that. How can they get a hold of you?
Oh, you can go to gigisdanceparty.com or Gigi's Dance Party 2, because I was hacked, 2 on Instagram. Hey, they say if you're hacked, that means you're doing something, right?
Right.
Yeah, so if you want to sign up there, people can find me on YouTube also. I know. You're like, you on YouTube?
One on YouTube too.
Oh, are you?
Yes.
I never really advertise. I need to start promoting that more. But gigisdanceparty.com, Gigi's Dance Party 2. Yeah. Or you can call me at 305-772-6454.
And there you have it. So again, the interesting people I meet on my wellness journey. I love Gigi's Dance Party. Thank you so much for coming. You're a friend of the show.
Thank you.
Thank you. So Gigi, can you leave us with a move that instills confidence?
Oh, yes, absolutely. You have to stand up. Okay. So let's say you're in the mirror.
Okay.
Right? It's called the Wonder Woman pose. So you're going to stand with your legs hip width apart.
Okay.
Arms out like this, hands on the hips. And you're going to say, I am that bee.
I am that bee.
Yes. I am courageous.
I am courageous.
I am brave.
I am brave.
I am the ish.
I am the ish. Breathing. Thank you.